What's good, YouTube? This your boy Derek Branch here of SportsView360.com, covering the Memphis Tigers football program today. And today we're going to recap what transpired in today's close win for the Tigers as they improved to 4-0 on the season by defeating the Arkansas Razorbacks by a score of 32-31 at home in front of a packed Simmons Bank. Well, I don't call it that. I call it packed Liberty Bowl Stadium. I was there. Cool atmosphere. Probably the most loudest, the most crowded I've seen the venue since I was there in 2019, where when College Game Day came down to cover the game between Memphis and SMU. That was a pretty electric atmosphere. This one was somewhat similar, but this time, it was against an SEC opponent, and when you can play those type of teams and beat them, it's always going to look good on your resume. It's always going to look good to the national media when you do that, and that's what the Tigers did today. Now, this game wasn't without its hiccups for the Tigers. Start off, Arkansas got on the ball first, and then Memphis wasn't able to convert on, I believe, a third down, so they kicked the field goal. Arkansas turned it over. Taylor Green turned it over. Memphis got it back, scored a touchdown. They led briefly by, I believe it was 14-10, and then Arkansas, it was no, it was 10-7. Then Arkansas came back with a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. And then it was just like back and forth. And then after that, Arkansas had put up like two more scores, and it was like they had built up a 18-point lead. It was 28-10, and I just felt some people in the stands were starting to leave. Was starting to get worried. It was 28-10, like going to halftime. 28-17 going into halftime. Memphis came right back, man, and pretty much walked that Arkansas defense down and was able to get within it was 26-28, if I'm not mistaken. 26-28. I'm not sure. It was a really good game. Now, there was a play where they tried to do like a reverse where I believe that they handed off to one of the running backs and try to hit a wide receiver. It turned out to be an interception. I liked the play, just didn't like the execution of it. Try to get back in the game, but Son Smith is what broke this game over for the Tigers. Son Smith had 12 carries, 147 yards in this game. His touchdown, his 64-yard touchdown, is what um, put Memphis in front 32-31 over Arkansas. And they got the lead and never gave it back from the Razorbacks, because on the ensuing drive, they tried to go for two to make it 34-31, but 2-point conversion attempt failed, so Arkansas got it back. Arkansas was driving deep in Memphis territory, and looked like they were about to, try to to me, looked like they were trying to bleed the clock out to get in field goal range, kick a field goal, get out of Memphis with a victory. But their running back coughed up the football, and Memphis recovered and never gave it back because Brandon Lewis lost his helmet, so his helmet came off, so he couldn't be in the game. He had to go out, sit out for a brief moment, and backup QB Arrington Maiden got in the game and carried, pretty much plowed through this physical SEC, you know, versus defense, and got a first down. That pretty much sealed it for the Tigers. He sealed it for them. And now they're 4-0 on the season, undefeated, and have everything in front of them to play for. Arkansas, I don't think Sam Pittman is getting fired. I think next week is a huge bounce back, must win game for them against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And I think it's a game they can win. It's at their place. 11, I think it's 11 o'clock kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But it's at their place. So they got to win that game. But as for Memphis, this is huge. Huge win for the program. And it's always good to win these games, these type of games, especially when you're playing on national TV, national spotlight. You got everybody looking at you. You got the national media looking at you. It's good to get these type of wins, especially with the way things are set up now with the college football playoffs. You got to get this win. This is a game that you can put on your resume and say, "Hey, we beat an SEC opponent." In fact, Ryan Silverfield has beaten multiple SEC teams. Not, I won't say SEC teams, but multiple Power 4 teams. Beating West Virginia, beat Florida State, he beat Mississippi State a while back. So he has these wins on his resume. And for the American Conference as a whole, today's win was like the sixth win for a American Conference team over a Power 4 opponent. Because last week, not last week, but on Friday night, Tulsa, who is also a member of the American Conference with Memphis, they knocked off Oklahoma State on the road. So huge win for Memphis, huge win for the American Conference. I wish that Tulane would have won the day over Ole Miss, but that's not the result we got. Tulane got blown out today. You know, but I don't think it's the end of the world for them in regards to the playoffs, because I think it's gonna come down to which team. One of these teams in the American is gonna qualify for the playoffs. That's what I think. And in that game, the game late in the year against Tulane could determine that. The game against South Florida can determine that. But a huge win for the program, bro. Huge for program. Huge win for Memphis today. You know, and I was close to this prediction though. My score prediction was 34, Memphis 34, Arkansas 31. But it ended up being 32-31. So I was really close in that aspect. I just felt as though the Tigers was going to win this game. Just look at some things Arkansas struggled with. Their defense is not good, despite the type of offense they had. And they turned it over. It could have been a lot worse. Memphis could have got another touchdown if they hadn't turned it over, because Taylor Green turned it over. And when Memphis got the ball back, they turned it over. So, football is a game of inches. You know what I mean? Brendan Lewis, another efficient night on the ground. 15 out of 30 attempts, 199 passing yards, one touchdown, one interception. He also ran for another 100 yards on the ground. Son Smith, 12 carries, 147 yards. Greg DeRozier, 9 carries, 32 yards. I'm telling you, man, like this running attack might be the best in the country right now. Because this is the bread and butter of the Memphis defense, the Memphis offense. If DeRozier can get back to 100%, this is a very dangerous football team. Cortez Braham, huge pickup, huge last minute addition to this program. 7 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown. Marcelo Bussy, 1 catch, 40 yards. Brady Cluse, 2 catches, 30 yards. Greg DeRozier, 2 catches, 12 yards. The leading receiver, Jamar Hawkins, he only had 1 catch, 6 yards. But look, everybody got involved though. And this is what you like. This is what you want to see. All these guys getting involved, man. Group effort, you know. Running game. Multiple players involved. That's how you beat these teams. You beat them when these teams when you play SEC teams, you gotta always capitalize on any mistakes that they gave you, especially in the close game. And it looked like Memphis was gonna lose this game, but they battled back because Taylor Green turned it over twice. That was huge for them, you know. But this is not over with for Memphis. Your next 3 games should put you in the prime position for a showdown with South Florida. You got FAU, Tulsa, UAB. You need to be 7-0 by the time you face South Florida. 7-0. And I know what happened last year when they beat Florida State. That's another team that they beat. A powerful team that they beat. Florida State. You go there next week, cannot lose this game. Last year, you beat Florida State. The following week, you got ran over by Navy. So, need to be 7-0. Because after that, you play South Florida. Rice might be good. Looks good. Tulane is, we know what Tulane brings to the table. East Carolina. This is the playoff run. This is your playoff run after that. It's really going to be on. So, a lot of football left to be played for Memphis. And no, I don't think it's the end of the world for Tulane. I don't think Tulane is eliminated from this thing. They're very much in this, you know. But as always, with the stipulations with the group of 5 for the college football playoffs is you got to win your conference and be the highest ranked conference champion from the group of 5. So hopefully Memphis will be in that position by the end of the season. But as for now, good win. 32-31 over Arkansas. Improved to 4-0 in the season. Arkansas is now, I believe, 2-2. So they got Notre Dame next week. And looking forward to seeing how things play out with Memphis and the SEC. So that's all I have for y'all for right now. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.